What's here?
What do you want? Who are you?
Show the horse! Clink, clink, clink! Move out! 1 foot in front of the other!
Can you hear me?
Ding, ding! Carries the sound! Carries through the stones! Through the bones! Creak, creak, creak! The bones of the crones! Creak, creak!
Get some rest.
Crunch, crunch! Oh, the wolf eats the spoils, eats the cows, eats the heads, tears the shreds. Eat the thigh! Hear the cry!
Right there. You're going to feel better soon. I'm just trying to help you. You'll get better soon, you'll see. Just try to calm down. Calm down. Don't be scared. It's just medicine. It'll help ease your pain before long.
My skin! It's burning! It hurts! It hurts so much! Leave me! Those cursed scales! Don't touch me! Please don't touch me! No! I'm so scared!
Do you need something? Are you in pain? I'll do all I can to help, but I need to warn you that our supplies are quite limited.
I could use something to ease my pain.
Here, take this. I hope it helps. Unfortunately, that's all I can give you. We have to make sure there's enough for everyone in need.
You said our supplies. Is there anyone running this hospital besides you?
Well, actually, the hospital is run by Camelot. I'm just an apprentice to Neonte, the priestess of the All-Mother here in Connaught. But the healer from Camelot is dead, and Neonte spends most of her time at Lord Yvain's manor. So, it seems I'm on my own.
Camelot can't send a different healer?
Camelot treats this place like a field hospital. To them, it's temporary. Though I suppose that's their outlook on all of Connaught right now. The legate says Camelot simply can't spare anyone else. According to him, one priestess and her apprentice should suffice. And yet, his soldiers are the ones who are supposed to get priority, even if they only have a blister. I'm required to treat them before a local with a broken leg.
Why won't Neonte help you?
Oh, she thinks I have everything well in hand. As if she doesn't notice it, all falling apart. I know I should feel flattered by her trust. But honestly, I'm just exhausted. I'm not even a priestess. The only training I've had is what she's given me. Ever since Lady May fell ill and died, Neonte's barely been here. She just sits by her grave. Truth be told, I'm a bit worried about her. Even when she does come by, she seems absent, and I don't even have the time to go check on her.
Must be difficult for you.
It is. It really is. The hospital's barely holding on. Camelot pays us a pittance for treating their soldiers. And the villagers just pay with what they can. But I can't make medicine with eggs and chickens. And even if I could, I don't have the time. Some days, I dream that someone will swoop in and take it all off my hands. Ideally, it would be Neonte, but I'm not sure I can count on her anymore. Still, maybe it's worth a try.
Any way I can help?
There is a patient who won't let me treat him. His name's Wilbur, and he's a difficult case. Most of what ails him is just old age. Some days he's clear-headed, but those are becoming fewer and farther between. Lately, he won't let me touch him. He yells at me, claiming I'm keeping him here by force, away from his family. He's even stopped eating and refuses to take his medicine. Honestly, I'm at my wit's end. I don't know how to help him anymore without scaring him even more.
Why is he afraid of you?
All of Connacht knows that I was marked by the weirdness. It's not as bad as people make it out to be, but some are superstitious. They believe I bring bad luck. When Neonte took me in, there were a lot of whispers, though it got better once I started working in the hospital. Weirdness or not, at least they have a healer. But I'm afraid that, in Wilbur's head, I've become some monstrous figure, keeping him prisoner.
Maybe I could help you with him?
You can try, if you'd like. Maybe he'll trust you more than he trusts me. Just, please, be gentle with him. He's been through enough already.
My friend is looking for a solution to his age-related weakness. Do you have something?
Weakness from age. I'm afraid that's something none of us can escape. But even as we grow old, our strength can still be nurtured with care. This herbal brew strengthens the body and clears the mind, but only when used regularly, alongside proper effort, exercising both the mind and body. Here, take the recipe. If your friend seeks a quick fix, this won't satisfy him. True strength comes from consistency, not shortcuts. Please, remind him of that.
What happened to that soldier, the one mumbling nonsense?
No one knows. He barely speaks. And when he does, it's all nonsense. The poor man's lost his mind. I'm afraid there's no point in talking to him right now. Besides, he needs rest.
Any idea how that happened?
You should speak to Legate Denham. All I know is they sent him somewhere. And when he came back, he was like this. If I had to guess, I'd say it's the effects of the weirdness.
Weirdness? Why do you think that?
He's a seasoned soldier. I'm sure he's seen plenty in his life. I doubt anything could scare him enough to drive him mad. The other soldiers said he was acting completely normal before. So it's not some long-standing illness of the mind, unless he hid it very well. But I've seen similar cases in people who spend a few nights, or even one, beyond the Menhir's reach.
Have some spare food, of course.
Have you come to offer aid, or do you stand among the wounded? If so, do not let fear grip your heart. Your time will come. Trust the will of the word, and you shall shine.
Who are you?
I am but an empty vessel, yearning to be filled with the sacred joy of the word. Now I am perfectly blank and naked. Alone I lie in this cold place, silently watching, patiently waiting. But soon, all shall be perfectly splendid.
Blank and naked? What does that mean?
I have been marked, a gift given to me so that I may pass it on. Tell me, do you wish to become a hollow shell, an obedient corpse, able to hear the voice of the one who guides us to the final act?
What's a final act?
It is your intimate moment beside the prophet. You will hear the beating of her heart, feel her healing grace, and then you will find peace in the word. At last we shall rest, sister. We will finally rejoice.
Hollow shell, what does that mean?
It is a path, one you will walk, guided by the one who bestowed upon me the grace of hollowness. I have received my task, to wait and pass the gift along.
Sure, I want it.
It will take but a moment. You will feel no pain. Now, go to the place where I first set foot on this path. There, you will find the one who shall become your shepherd. Soon, you will be reborn.
You doing okay?
Whoa! Put that away! Ah, a visitor. I'm Ebert Talbot, at your service. Pardon the mess, we're packing. The weirdness is drawing near, and I intend to have my family in Borough by week's end. Wait, you must be the stranger everyone's talking about. The one who made the Menhir glow brighter. Just perfect. My wife already refuses to leave, and now your arrival will only fuel her delusions.
Why is your wife determined to stay?
Family legacy, ancestral home, take your pick. Her family has held this estate for generations. My wife can't see reason. She believes Lord Yvain will find a solution. Ha! That man can't decide what to eat for breakfast without a committee.
You support Camelot's plans?
They're our best hope. And if they take the Menhirs from all across the land and dump them all in Camelot, well, one final sanctuary is better than scattered outposts falling one by one. Will it be crowded? Yes. But I'd rather my family live in discomfort than die in luxury. They know what they're doing. I trust them more than this dying town, and definitely more than our Yvain.
So you're not fan of Lord Yvain?
A weak man bearing a great name. His ancestors were a great house. Legends say Palamedes stood firm against Arthur himself. Yvain can barely stand against a stiff breeze.
Have you spoken to Lord Yvain?
Multiple times. I've attended every meeting, presented rational arguments, offered to fund transportation for those who cannot afford it. Yvain listens politely, then does absolutely nothing.
Have many others left Kunacht already?
The sensible ones have, and now only the stubborn remain. That includes my wife, of course. We should be ready to depart at a moment's notice, yet my wife still refuses to pack a single dress. I won't leave her behind, but I cannot stay and watch the weirdness take everything I love.
Anything that might convince you to stay?
Short of the weirdness retreating, no, I don't think so.
What will you do if your wife refuses to leave?
Then I face an impossible choice. Leave my wife to die, or stay and perish alongside her. I love Vesa with every fiber of my being. I cannot imagine life without her. Perhaps in the final hour, faced with the encroaching fog, she will change her mind.
What if I could convince your wife to leave with you?
You would do that? I'd be most grateful. Vesa respects new voices than my endless nagging. If you could convince her, I would owe you a considerable debt.
Whoa! Put that away! Welcome. I am Vesa Meredith Talbot. Please ignore the crates. My husband's doing. He insists on preparing for an evacuation I won't join. 4 generations of my family have lived here. The wordness may take it from me, but I will not abandon it willingly.
Why are you so determined to stay?
Each generation of my family faced a crisis, and each endured. What message does it send if I'm the first to abandon our legacy?
What about your safety? Your husband seems concerned.
Eadbert has always been cautious, but there are times when caution becomes cowardice. The Menhir still stands. Lord Yvain still searches for solutions. And I've heard that the Menhir responded to you. If such miracles are possible, why surrender before the battle is truly lost?
Do you truly believe Connacht can be saved?
I believe nothing is certain until it occurs. Hope remains while the Menhir stands.
You put a lot of trust in Lord Yvain.
Lord Yvain carries a heavy burden, and he's looking for balance. He's searching for a solution that preserves both our people and heritage. His heart is true. Well, at least that's what I chose to believe.
Isn't decisive action needed now?
Action without wisdom is merely motion. And what's the point in that?
Your husband seems genuinely afraid for your safety.
I know. That's what makes this difficult. He trusts what he can see and touch. Gold, contracts. He struggles to believe in possibilities beyond immediate danger. I love him for his caution, but some crises demand we stand firm.
What if he leaves without you?
Eadbert would never abandon me. We've been married 20 years, and he never gave me a reason to think he could do such a thing. Still, I see the fear in his eyes when he looks toward the horizon. The wordness terrifies him in ways I cannot fully understand.
You're right, he's terrified. Is your home worth watching him suffer?
Fear can be overcome. My husband is stronger than he knows. Our ancestors faced plague, war, and famine without abandoning this land. We must be equally resilient. Eadbert will understand once we weather this storm together. But the Menhir reacted to you. And you're an outsider. You must have seen the wordness yourself. Tell me, truly, what would you recommend? Should we stay and fight for our heritage, or flee like Eadbert wants to?
"15 practicality. The Menhir's reaction suggests hope remains, but hope can't protect your husband if there's nothing left of him to protect.
You're right. I've been so fixated on this place that I've ignored what's happening to Eadbert. The hollow look in his eyes grows deeper each day. What good is saving our home if I lose him in the process? I won't be responsible for destroying the man I married. Perhaps it's time I packed my things.
About your wife's plan.
Did you speak with Vesa? Has she finally seen reason?
I've convinced her.
Truly? You've done it? I don't know what to say. You've accomplished in one conversation what I couldn't in a month. How did you manage it? No, it doesn't matter. What matters is that we'll be together, safe in Borough. What miracle did you work to change her mind?
Ask her yourself.
Yes, you're right. This is between us now. Whatever you said clearly worked, but the path forward must be walked together. No more talking through intermediaries. Thank you for giving us this chance. I won't waste it. I promised you a debt, and I intend to honor it. The Talbot family doesn't forget those who help us in our hour of need. Here, this key will open a crate we won't be taking with us.
You don't need to do that. Please, no trouble.
Please, no trouble.
Please, no trouble.
I do want them to stay, but... it's fine.
There's no need for violence.
What is this? Filth.
This is unexpected. You look beautiful, you know, and you have a beautiful soul. Maybe even more than just one. I can hear them fluttering. I see their soft shimmer. Will you show me? Show me, show me. Trust me. Even though filth is filth, I can be generous. I want to be generous. I want to be good. And you should feel special. That could happen.
What are you talking about?
Souls, trinkets, all those that belonged to others, but are now yours. Because you dared to reach for them. For you. A blessing of sophistication. Or perhaps splendor. For those who have had something taken away. A blessing of absence. Even lack can be worth experiencing. Deeply and intensely.
Souls are coins?
Coins, items. Items become coins. They gain a soul. A man who is a scavenger, whether he's filth or not, also possesses a soul. Strong, shimmering, fluttering. A soul that yearns.
Who are you?
Nothing more than a mongrel. Filth. Yet I could just as well be a lord, reigning over the streets of Kuanacht. But no, that would be too much. The streets belong to everyone, along with their mud, sorrow, and cold.
Filth? What a peculiar name. Where did it come from?
Filth. Both a name and a title. One cannot forget about titles. There were people who made filth aware of my own filthiness. Good people. People who showed me the right way. Let it feel special. And beautiful. Oh, and one more thing. If you have anything that once belonged to someone else, I'll gladly take care of it.
Ah, you're buying stolen stuff. I see. Shadowblade House.
I'm grateful for what you've done, but please, don't linger.
You don't need to do that. Welcome to my home, stranger. Whatever brings you here, know that the Langfords were always known for hospitality, even in times like these. Sit down. Have a drink with me.
Thank you.
This is precisely what you should expect from the Langfords. This place has seen better days, sure. Used to be full of people. Now no one bothers. Not since things turned sour. But it's still mine. I was born here, and I'll die here. Let those damn Camelosians try and drag me out. That said, do you have anything we could drink?
Here. Moonshine.
Finally! Someone with proper manners. Everyone else around here just takes and takes. I've nearly forgotten what kindness feels like. But never mind all that. Come, sit, feel at home. What's the word out there? Still cheering and selling cabbages while the world rots beneath their feet?
What happened to your family?
They happened to themselves. Misfortune, betrayal, weakness. By the time it all landed on me, the gold was gone and the doors were already closing. And somehow I'm the one everyone points at.
Why don't you leave?
And go where? Wander the roads like some beggar? My family has lived in this town for centuries. I'd rather be crushed beneath the stones my forefathers placed here than abandon them.
Don't you want to survive?
Survive as what? A nobody scraping by, begging favors. Better to die remembered here than live forgotten out there.
You live alone?
All alone? Not quite. There's one left. A servant. Stays up in that shed on the roof. She doesn't talk much, though. She's probably waiting for me to croak, so she can sell the place for scrap. But she'll be waiting a while. I've outlived better people.
What caused your family's downfall?
My uncle's betrayal is what started it all. He convinced my father to invest the family fortune in a new mining venture in the northern hills. He said the ore will make us wealthier than ever. The mine flooded, the workers died, and the council demanded reparations that bled us dry. Then the vultures descended. Merchants calling in debts. Neighbors turning their backs. My father died of grief. And I inherited nothing.
You don't seem to like Camelosians very much.
The Camelosians? Upstarts and pretenders, the lot of them. And now they strut about, issuing orders about the weirdness coming. Convenient excuse to drive me from my ancestral home, isn't it?
You don't believe in the weirdness?
Believe? I've heard tales of the so-called weirdness ever since I was a child. Always coming, never arriving. Just another ghost story they use to control the weak-minded. My grandfather told me how the Camelosians used the same trick 50 years ago, to seize the eastern valleys. Danger coming, we must relocate for safety. And look who owns those fertile lands now. I wasn't born yesterday. This house has stood through worse than some mystical threat they can't even properly describe. Leaving already? Well, I suppose that's to be expected. Everyone leaves in the end. Go on then. Back to your important business. But tell others what you saw here. The last Langford, holding his ground, while the world crumbles.
Ah, a visitor. Let me guess. You've been chatting with the last great Langford downstairs? I could hear his booming voice from up here. Always the same stories, the same complaints.
He said you're waiting for him to die so you can sell this place.
Sell it? To whom? This place is worth nothing but memories and rot. And if I wanted him dead, I wouldn't have spent 30 years cooking his meals and washing his clothes. So, I've heard he told you about the betrayal, the mine, his poor father dying of grief. You want to know what really happened? So, I've heard he told you about the betrayal, the mine, his poor father dying of grief. You want to know what really happened? There was a mine, that much is true. But it wasn't his uncle's idea to dig. It was his. The last great Langford heir, barely 20 and already gambling away the family fortune in Camelot taverns. The mine was his desperate attempt to recover his losses. He ignored all the warnings, water pockets, old miners who refused to work there. He hired desperate folk who didn't know any better. When it collapsed, 27 miners died, and not a single coin was spent on their families until he was forced to pay up. He blames everyone for his family's downfall, except himself.
What about his father?
Sir Senric was a good man. He didn't die of grief. He died trying to make things right. Traveled to every family that lost someone, offering what compensation he could. Worked himself to exhaustion trying to salvage the family name. The night he died, our noble heir downstairs was passed out drunk in the gambling halls of Camelot. Didn't even attend his father's funeral.
And the Camelocians he hates so much?
The Camelotians offered to help. Some lady wanted to pay half of his debts out of respect for his father. The young drunk threw a wine bottle at her and called her a vulture.
He said all the servants drank his cellar dry and vanished.
There were 12 of us left when things got bad. Loyal folk who stayed even when the pay stopped. For months, we used our own savings to keep food on the table. His table, mind you. Then winter came, and the food stores were empty. The old groundskeeper froze to death in his cottage because the Lord needed the firewood for himself. The others left one by one. Only I remained, foolish old woman that I am.
Why do you really stay?
Not for him, for the promises I made to his father. Watch over my son, Lord Senric asked me as he lay dying. He is lost, but perhaps one day he'll find his way. 30 years I've waited for that day. But now, with the weirdness coming, even promises must sometimes be broken.
He doesn't believe in the weirdness.
He knows it's real. That's the most pitiful part of his charade. Sometimes at night, I hear him at the east window, watching the mists with a spyglass, whimpering like a child. But to admit that it's real would mean admitting the Camelotians are right, and he'd rather die than do that.
Have you seen the weirdness yourself?
Last week, it took the old mill at the edge of town, turned it inside out. Stones became light as paper. Water flowed upward. Whatever you decide to do, don't linger too long. Some ends come whether we're ready or not. I've packed my things. Soon I will leave, with or without him. I fulfilled my promise for long enough.
I can try to convince him to leave with you.
And why would I want to leave with him? I think I've carried this burden for long enough.
He'll die without you.
That's the cruel truth of it, isn't it? 30 years I've kept him alive. And what thanks have I gotten? None. But you're right. He wouldn't last a week without someone to cook his meals and tend his fire. Even his self-pity needs an audience.
Put that away. Back so soon? Found nothing worth stealing upstairs, I take it?
I spoke to your servant.
That old crow. Don't believe a word she says. Been addled for years. Probably told you I'm some kind of monster, did she? Always had a talent for dramatic tales.
The weirdness is coming, you have to leave.
Not this nonsense again. The Langfords have weathered worse than some mysterious fog. This house has stood for generations, and it will stand for generations more.
The spirits have shown me your fate if you remain here.
Oh, spare me your mystical nonsense. The Langfords have never put stock in superstition.
Please, you must leave. No one deserves what's coming.
Begging? How undignified. The Langfords respond to reason and respect, not to pitiful pleas. Your concern is noted but unwelcome. This is my home, and here I remain. Go, if you're so convinced of this danger. Join the other cowards.
Let's try the other option quickly. Perhaps you should leave him to his fate.
Perhaps you're right. 30 years is long enough to wait for a man to find his conscience. The Langford line ends with him, one way or another. Listen, in the library, behind the portrait of the First Lady Langford, there's a hidden compartment. Inside is the true family ledger. Not the lies he tells, but the real history of this place. Sir Senric wanted it preserved. If you could take it somewhere, at least some truth would survive. The Langfords weren't always what he turned them into.
Then you can talk to this guy.
You startled me.
And the return to Chamber of Ecstasy. Oh my. This guy is Liliana Enjoyer. Okay, let's give him the book.
Back so soon.
I spoke with servant. We heard this. Weirdness is coming. We did this. But there's this option now. I found this letter in your family ledger. Perhaps you should read it yourself.
This can't be. My father would never... He knew. They both knew. About the mine, about everything. And still he paid my debts. Still he protected me. even as he wrote these words. 27 souls. He wrote the names in the ledger. Every single one. I never read it, never wanted to see. Very well. Perhaps a temporary relocation is in order. Thank you, stranger. You've shown me a truth I've been hiding from for too long. I owe you for that. I need to find my servant, to apologize. 30 years of loyalty deserves better than what I've given. Here, take this. It's a Langford family ring. Not worth much now, but it once opened doors throughout this island. Perhaps it still might, in the right places.
Reduces stamina cost by 20%.
Do you need something? She's gone. She left. I couldn't even apologize. 30 years of patience, and I was still too late. Perhaps I deserve this, to face my new beginning alone. After everything I put her through, even at the end she tried to help me. I have a great deal to make up for. Perhaps starting a new life is the first step, and maybe we'll meet again someday. Thank you for doing all this for me. I'll never forget you.
Well, have a good one.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Bugger it all. I should have stayed in the keep.
One test.
Stop, you crook! Well, well, well. The scout.
No. I won't fail.
can't imagine how my heart rejoices. So?
Somebody killed the guard. You can go, quick. Oh my, what a fortunate. Nice. Cool that the game has that dialogue. I have the meal. Enjoy.
My lord, what a smell! And the drink. Full service. Go tell that madman he can start packing. When he's ready to leave the prison, and Connacht, I'll let him go.
You can't imagine how my heart rejoices that you didn't leave me here. So?
You're free.
Of course, of course. If they want to face the beast on their own, that's none of my concern. I wonder where I'll go. I've heard there are beasts lurking around the Forlorn Swords. There, one less beast means at least one human life saved. I fear nothing anymore. I can do it. Thank you again, my friend. Farewell.
So that's the next zone where I'm gonna meet him. Hello.
Ah, it's you. Still behaving, I see.
Who are you?
Really? You walk into the prison and ask the one man in Camelot soldier gear who he is? Oh, that's a good one. Well, stranger, I'm Flan, and I am a prison guard. Fortunately, I'm not terribly overworked, now that most people have either left for Camelot or died of Red Plague. Oh, was that insensitive? My apologies.
It's good you're not overworked though, is it?
Well, it depends. Take this for example. We have a beggar here, all mother bless his soul, who figured out that committing only minor offenses would land him here rather than at the gallows. This way, instead of begging on the streets, he gets a roof over his head and a warm meal paid for by Camelot. How clever must you be to come up with that? Pretty clever, I'd say. I probably would have done the same if I were him.
See you soon. Just behave, so I don't have to guard you too.
That is smart. Okay, what next? Let's say this one. The warehouse quest. But I do have hollow shell waiting to be filled with sacred joy. Oh.
No. Who are you? What are you doing here? Oh, gods. Please don't tell me they sent you after me.
Percy, you haven't deserted.
Is that what they're saying? Gods, this is a nightmare. I'd never desert. I swear, the lads are my family. I've got nothing else. I can't believe I'm going to die here. With everyone thinking I'm a traitor. And a thief, too.
Doesn't sound like you're too eager to get out of here.
Of course I am. But it's impossible. I've searched every inch of this place. And there's no way out. Things still fall in from time to time. But that opening only works one way. So, I'm sorry, my friend. But we are well and truly stuck here. At least there's food. But if they move the supplies, we're done for.
If there's a way in, there's a way out. I'll find it.
I don't envy you your hope. I know what it's like to lose it. But, go ahead. I remember what it felt like to have something to do.
Faye. Well, this is new. Faye's blood.
Another guest? My, how word must have spread. I didn't think there were still fools eager to walk in the shadow of my throne.
Who are you?
I am Garrick Tarian, rightful lord of Connacht, blood of Palamedes, born to rule, my legacy squandered by lesser men. And yet, here I sit, not in a hall of marble, but in this realm of broken things.
Why are you here?
Because I made a mistake. A single, miscalculated mistake. I toyed with the wrong woman. I thought she was just another pawn in my game, a trinket to be used and discarded. But she was no trinket. She was a Bandrui, a woman of power, of the old ways. And she cursed me for my arrogance. And all I wanted was to live longer.
I mean, she granted your wish.
Yes. And then some, as you can see. Eternal life. Sounds like a gift, doesn't it? But no, I was not given life. Only existence. Trapped in this mockery of a world, able to watch, to see, but never to touch. I have seen my house crumble. I have seen weak men take what was once mine, and I have seen it all from behind a veil I can never tear.
What is this place?
This is a prison, woven from the fabric of the weirdness itself. Only those with true mastery over the old ways, druids, Bandrui, could tear a hole in reality and trap something within it. A realm that both is and is not. A perfect, unbreakable cage. For me, it is damnation. A place where time does not move, where the world unfolds just beyond my reach. A theater where I may watch but never step upon the stage. And worst of it all, it is boring. No conquests, no feasts, no pleasure, no purpose. Just an eternity of watching lesser men fumble through history.
Somehow I found my way here, and so did the Camelosian soldier I was searching for.
And the veil between worlds is thinning. The weirdness does not break easily. Only when the fabric of reality itself begins to fray. My prison and your world should never touch. And yet, here you stand. It seems the world outside is shifting, twisting in ways it was never meant to. And when that happens, things bleed together. A tear like this should not exist. And yet somehow, you've slipped through. Whether that's for good or ill, I suppose we'll find out soon enough.
Lord Yvain is the ruler of Kunacht now.
Yes, I know. You think this prison blinds me? No, I see the world. I watch my bloodline waste what was once carved in iron and fear. And Yvain, he is the true downfall of House Tarion. A soft-bellied fawn, too weak to hold the reins, too fearful to demand what is his by right. He is not my heir. He is the ghost of a great house, waiting to fade.
I never heard of Gaelric Tarion. Your name must have been lost in history.
Ah, history. The great devourer. It swallows men whole and spits out only what it pleases. Palamedes, my ancestor. His name endures, woven into the fabric of Avalon like a golden thread. But me, I am the frayed end, the unraveled strand, cut away and discarded. And why? Because I ruled not with honeyed words, but with truth. Because I did what was necessary. Kunacht was mine. My name should have echoed through the ages, carved into stone, whispered in fear and reverence alike. And yet, here you stand, proving what I have long suspected. I was not lost to history. I was erased.
You don't seem like a very gracious ruler.
Gracious? You mistake me for a king who begged to be loved. Gracious rulers are forgotten. Merciful kings are overthrown. I ruled with a firm hand because Avalon demands it. The weak do not last here. Did my people fear me? Perhaps. But they obeyed. And obedience is the only thing that truly keeps a kingdom standing. Tell me, would you rather be adored and forgotten, or feared and eternal?
Seems to me you were feared and forgotten, hence the Weird Realm prison.
Clever. But this was not history's doing. This was her doing. A Bandrui's curse, not time's judgment. And yet, what's the difference in the end? Whether by time's hand or by hers, my name is dust. My throne is tainted. and the wretch who calls himself Terry and sits upon it, a hollow shadow of what should have been. I believed eternity was the right of kings. Now I see it for what it is, a punishment, fit only for fools.
Can your curse be lifted?
I don't know. I cannot be killed. Not by blade, not by fire, not by time itself. I've tried everything, more times than I care to count. So unless you hold power equal to the one who cursed me, I wouldn't bother reaching for your weapon. You can always duel me, and die for my amusement if that suits you.
I might be powerful enough to grant your wish to die.
Now that is a bold claim. You are not the first to make such an offer, nor would you be the first to fall. But what am I to refuse a dance? Come then, let's see if your blade can carve deeper than fate itself.
I mean, you had Red Death. You seem like it. Touch.
I can't believe it. We're actually free. You.
Okay, wait. Hold on a minute. So what is this way then?
Believe it. We're actually free. You? How did you manage to get us out of there?
Let's say I'm a bit special.
That I don't doubt, my friend. Oh, it's so good to be back. Funny, I didn't realize it before, but even the air in that place was different. Guess I'll go report to Shine. Honestly, I'm glad you were there with me. She'd never believe me otherwise.
spirituality. And more... Oh, my power is at the maximum. What do I take now then? I'll take this one. Movement speed multiplier increases spell power by the same amount.
What is it now? If it's chatter you're after, you'll be disappointed.
I found out what was happening with his supplies.
Mm-hmm. Percy tried to spin me some wild story about falling into another realm. I didn't toss him straight into a cell, only because he swore you could back him up. So, what did you find?
Percy's telling the truth. There was a crack in the fabric of reality. Things were falling through.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you? Tell me this is some elaborate prank you two cooked up.
I wish.
Oh, mother have mercy. Can nothing in this goddamn place just be normal? I may be a bit of a city woman, but you can't tell me that it's normal to have creatures made of bloody straw attacking outside the walls. And now you're saying there are cracks in the world. Does that mean I need to move my supplies?
I've closed the crack. Your supplies should be safe now.
Well, that's some good news at least. Not gonna ask how, in case there's something about you that we'd both be better off with me not knowing. Thanks for your help. Here, something for your trouble.
You mentioned that you are a city woman. Were you born in Camelot?
Born and raised, yeah. My family has an estate in the country, but I never liked going there. All that space and nothing to do. Not even a good tavern in sight. I don't know how people live like that.
You come from nobility?
A military family, dating back to the Age of Conquest. My father's a general, his father was one too, and my grandfather, yeah, you get the gist. Technically we're nobility, but I've never felt like it. And I'm no good in ballrooms. Joining up seemed only logical.
There don't seem to be many women among Camelot's troops.
There aren't. It's a tough life, you know? Most women aren't built for it.
At least you can't say Kunacht's boring.
That I can't, but what passes for entertainment here just makes me want to leave this shithole and never look back. Can't wait for the order to march out.
Do you have more quests?
There might be something, but look, it's got to stay between us, right?
I'm listening.
Well, one of our warehouses burned down recently. Completely down to the ground. When I checked what was left, I found a trapdoor. It must have been hidden under the floorboards because I never saw it before. Problem is, it's sealed shut and the lock looks ancient. Denholm told me to leave it alone, but it's been bugging me ever since.
Are you curious?
Yeah, I am. Really bloody curious. Can you blame me? There's not much here in the way of distractions. And who knows, you might find something useful down there. Even if it's just more space I can use for storing supplies.
Have you tried picking the lock?
No, because I don't know how. I'm an officer in Camelot's army, not a bloody thief. Despite what the locals think of us, we don't go around stealing everyone's stuff.
I'll do it.
Great. Let me know what you find. Even if it's just a pile of rotten grain, I just want to know and be done with it. Oh, and one more thing. There's someone in Kunacht who could help you get through that lock. Name's Filth, lives in what's left of the Eastern Tower.
I know him.
Great, then you know where to start.
I got... Mystic Ward. Creates a magical shield for 120 seconds, fully negating the next received damage. And dealing magical damage to all enemies around. UA fence.
First and foremost, I am filth. And filth is at your service. Heavy souls don't rest so heavy on filth. Guards don't see filth. Their eyes glaze over when they look in filth's direction.
Dude, calm down. The guard literally told me where you are, okay? Calm down. Sign sent me. Do you know something about locked trapdoors in a destroyed warehouse?
Ah, the gateway to the hidden beggar's kingdom. To open it, you'll need a royal scepter. A truly fancy old key, which, lucky for you, I happen to possess. I haven't been there for quite some time. I'll lend you my key, but only if you promise to retrieve something that was left behind for me.
What do you want?
A curious cube. It has symbols and moves, and it tinkles delightfully. Very interesting and amusing. The first time I was there, I was too afraid to bring it to the surface. Didn't want others to look at it. But now, I want to have it here. Here. Take the key. Bring the cube to me. Make me feel nice.
Where did you get the key from?
The secret of a scavenger. Asked, he doesn't tell, and at no guess does he nod. What a dull world we'd live in if people shared all their secrets. Am I right, my dear?
You'll give me such a valuable key just like that?
Oh, of course not. I have my own interest in this. I hope you haven't forgotten about that already. Besides, would you really take a borrowed gift with no intention of returning it? Shattering the fragile beggar's trust I've placed in you? No, you wouldn't do that, would you? You know very well that such things only bring about rather unpleasant outcomes.
What brings you this way?
Nimue scroll? Before I jump down, I wanna see what's this way. increases incoming damage by 50%, decreases incoming healing by 50%. Max stamina, max health, max mana. No way, I can swim up the waterfall? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. I love it. Let's chill in the bear cave.
Hold your ground, men. You'll fall to my
Magic critical chance. Again, magic critical chance. Movement speed multiplier. When your mana is low. Critical damage. Sword made of ice that deals portion of its damage as cold. Deals 110 damage if paired with Inferno Blade. Increases magic critical chance by 1. Gloves that double the damage when using a fishing rod, pickaxe, shovel, or pitchfork as a weapon. Peasant's Wrath. Ranged critical chance by 25. Wow.
belongs to us.
I need 8 perception. And my perception is 6. So in 2 more, I could try that critical set.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Hello again.
Hello there.
Let's leave all of this.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Here you go.
Ah, there it is. Oh, how I've missed this little marvel. Ah, yes, just as I remember. Smooth, intricate, and delightfully enigmatic. Look at those symbols. They twist and turn like whispers in the dark.
What's special about it?
Oh, that faint hum. The way it catches the light just so. Oh, it's like it's alive, singing its own little song of secrets. Oh, I'll treasure it. Perhaps I'll figure out its riddles. Perhaps I'll just stare at it for hours on end. Either way, you've done well. And one more thing. My key. You didn't think I'd let you keep it, did you? A treasure for a treasure, as it should be.
Here you go.
Ah, good, good. You're someone who understands balance. Give and take is the way of the world, after all. My trust was well placed.
What is it now? If it's chatter you're after, you'll be
I opened the trapdoor.
And? What was inside? Don't leave me hanging.
Connect, just older.
You mean the old street? But this? Oh, this is fascinating. Damn, now I wish I'd gone with you. Did you find anything else down there?
You're really excited about this, aren't you?
Of course I am. It's history. About the only thing I ever enjoyed learning. Though mostly it was just battles and strategy. I like hearing about the cities, too. I know Camelot has its older levels. Never been there, though. There's curious, and then there's suicidal. But Connacht? If Denholm ever gives me a day off, I might just go see it for myself.
I found some scrolls written by Nimue about Marilyn and local menhir.
Ah, damn. Definitely not thrilled about that. Best you bring them to Denholm. He'll take care of it. Here's your reward, and thank you for doing this for me. You're good people. I hope you know that.
found some scrolls written by Nimue about Merlin and the local menhir.
What? Where did you even get these?
In the vaults of Old Kunacht.
So you're telling me that beneath Kunacht, there's even more Kunacht? Full of forbidden knowledge? Oh, mother help me. How did you even stumble on a place like that?
Just luck.
Sounds more like a curse to me. Still, thank you for bringing this to my attention. But in future, steer clear of things like this. I'd hate to see you hanged for having an abundance of curiosity.
I don't think so. One of your men has lost his mind.
If only it were just one. Sorry. You're talking about the poor man in hospital, right? He's a scout. We've been preparing to evacuate the residence, and I sent him out a while back to make sure the route to Camelot was safe and clear. Looks like he tried to take a shortcut through the waterworks. That's where they found him, babbling and talking nonsense. The weirdness must have caught him.
Any way I can help?
Pray to the All-Mother. Although, truth be told, although I've seen plenty fall victim to the weirdness, I've yet to see any divine intervention from our goddess. But you could help me. You look like someone who's seen a fair bit of Avalon and isn't afraid to travel alone. I could use someone like that to finish the job my scout couldn't complete. Of course, you'd be properly compensated.
What do you want me to do?
Take the road to Camelot, all the way to the Iron Gate, and report back on whether it's clear. Handle any smaller threats yourself, and tell me about any larger ones. The sooner the better. Think you can manage that?
Sure.
Great. Head out then. No need to write a report. Just come see me when you're back. I'll await your return.